What's happening today, Guardians? Hey, look, I wanted to take a look at this legendary hand cannon, man. It has been eating people up in Destiny, up in Crucible, man. I've been taking it into many game types, but lo and behold, I wanted to see how it did in its 1v1 engagements, so I brought it up into Rumble, and my God, was it putting people down. The Palindrome, man. This weapon is by far God roll, pretty much. If you go buy it from the Crucible vendor himself, fellas, let's talk about this weapon. Before we get started today, though, if we can go for another 1,000 likes, man, y'all been keeping it great. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving me, especially with Rise of Iron hitting us like this. We have rolled exactly into this DLC how I wanted to, and I really want to touch up on a lot of the weapons that are proven to be just one of the deadliest weapons in Crucible. Let's get started. Okay, fellas, let's just take a look at what's inside this weapon. I'm keeping mine on True Sight, okay? I mean, that's just, it's not True Sight. Sure Shot would probably be more preferred, but True Sight, it's not bad at all. Spray and play, increase the reload speed of this weapon when its mag is empty. Not exactly what I really want on a hand cannon. Normally, I take somebody out before I even make it to 4 shots or 3 shots. So I normally don't always put myself in a situation where I would need that. I will say, though, with rifle barrel, you will have an extremely slow reload time. Definitely highly suggest having hand cannon reloaders on at all times when using any weapon with rifle barrel on. Also rangefinder. So this range is already extremely high, but you're combining this with rangefinder as well, guys. I'm talking about you'll see it in game exactly how good it is. Okay, so 2 things that I really like about this weapon. I guess that's a number of things, but right off the bat, guys, the base range on this thing is 39, man. 39. That's extremely high. If you don't know by now, that's actually better than IS Luna. Just one less than what a Mongo Loop is. And that's really good. And if you combine that with rifle barrel, and you also combine that with your rangefinder, man, you're looking at a lot of things there making this hand cannon really deadly. You know, range being one of the most important perks on a hand cannon. So I mean, this is battling a lot of the inaccuracies that hand cannons have, and that's why I'm really liking the base range on it. Now, another thing that I really like, might surprise some people, is the recoil direction. You know, I'm a huge fan of the Vanity. I'm also a huge fan of Lord High Fixer. I've honestly played those 2 hand cannons more than I did IS Luna. And the thing about it is, it's because I love the recoil direction of it. You know, the larger your recoil direction, the more vertical your recoil is, and it's just something, I don't know, to me it makes a difference. Something about being able to easily settle my reticle down vertically, it's so nice to have on it. And it works really well, though, in just about any encounter you run into. You know, recoil direction plays a big role whenever you got somebody that's jumping all around on you, rushing you with a shotgun. If you got that recoil down on that weapon, that makes you way more deadly. You know, being able to tame your recoil, not only in just basic 1v1 strafe fights, but any type of engagement, whether that's close quarters, whether that's, you know, you jumping down certain levels, you backing away, backpedaling, them coming at you from different directions, whatever it may be. But being able to know what your recoil direction is and able to easily tame that makes a difference. Really does. It's something I don't think needs to be overlooked. So I know I'm naming this weapon the best hand cannon in Crucible. There's a few reasons why I'm saying this is such a good hand cannon. Primarily because it's accessible to anyone. Anyone that wants to give this hand cannon a try can pick it up. And with all the different hand cannons that are so inconsistent, I found this one to be right there in the same consistency of what you got out of your like IS Lunas, Vanities, your Lord Eye Fixers. I use Finale Sparrow. Those hand cannons are all really good solid hand cannons. I take it, if you get any of the rolls that I just showed you right here on this hand cannon and put it on all of those, they will all perform great for you. The problem is getting a hand cannon with those rolls. That's the issue there. And what I'm pointing out to this one is accessible. You can get there right there at the Crucible vendor, and it's a great solid hand cannon. When we talk about default stats, we tend to look at stats and stuff like that. Right off the bat, a Mago Loop looks like it would be a monster in Crucible. Honestly enough, I don't really like to use a Mago Loop. Something about the feel of the weapon. I use it in PvE, but I don't necessarily like it for PvP engagements. It's just not my favorite weapon. Now, when it comes to different other hand cannons, I love using Ayas Luna. I love my Lord High Fixer, and what I'm saying is the feel of the weapon and how it handles in all ranges of engagements is how I judge a hand cannon. And this weapon is definitely one that's on the upper tier of being able to handle all different kinds of engagements and winning those engagements. That's the key word there, right, fellas? Winning. That's what you want to do. And you don't want to just go in there and get domed every time you're trying to use a weapon. And you don't want a weapon that you use, especially hand cannons, that doesn't perform for you. And make your life easier and get this hand cannon, especially if you want to step into using more hand cannons. I find this one to be a greatly rolled one. Has great default stats, and like I said, guys, in all of my 1v1 engagements that I was getting with it, it was doing extremely well. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for coming and watching. Grab this hand cannon whenever you get a chance. Try it out for yourselves. Let me know in the comments below, by the way, what you may want to see next. I'm working on a few other things, and the Matador 64 review will be coming out. As you probably saw a lot of the gameplay right here, and I'll have that out to you guys here soon. Thanks so much, guys. Catch y'all later. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.